Going on YouTube? Flatbed Shy here. Coming back at you with another little short video. It was a thought on my mind, thought I would share it. Everybody from a truck driver to anybody that's involved in a career path in which you make money. The thing is not to work harder to acquire the funds that's needed. It's again to try, as I've stated in a previous video, is to get the money to work for you. So I just wanted to come through with a couple of numbers that some of you individuals may want to think about, study over, and just think about maybe reassess the way that you're utilizing your money to its fullest potential. So the U.S. Economy looks to grow at a 2 to 3% on a yearly basis, which in turn means that ideally, if you have money that's sitting in a savings account, then your money needs to be able to incur 2 to 3% of interest just to keep up with the rate of inflation. So if it's not doing that, then you're not utilizing your money to its fullest potential, because you may gain a little bit of interest, but just say if you had $10,000 sitting in the bank, it's the beginning of 2017. So $10,000 in 2017 is worth $10,000. But if you just left that same 10 grand in the bank over a 3 to 4 year period, then with the rate of inflation kicking in every single year, that $10,000 will not be able to purchase the same amount of items that it could in 2017, in 2020, 2021, and so on. So I challenge anybody to find the best way to utilize your money. That's the thing that a lot of successful individuals do that have a lot of money. They don't just leave them sitting in checking and savings accounts that's not incurring any interest, because that is one of the old adages that people throw out. Just put your money in the bank, which is nothing wrong with that, because that makes it liquid, but it's a lot of other things that you could do to make liquid. So I'm just going to give you a few suggestions. I'm involved in some stocks, and so for anybody that has a limited knowledge of stocks, there's certain stocks that pay dividends. So the thing is that if you purchase some stocks, then you're guaranteed to get a dividend, because when you purchase the stock, it tells you the dividend that it pays on an annual basis. So it may not be enough to keep up with the rate of inflation, but I guarantee you it's going to pay you more than your savings account will. And then you also couple in what you have, capital appreciation, which means that the stock that you buy, it increases in value, which also can get in front of the rate of inflation and keep your money in front of inflation while also being liquid. Liquid meaning that you can readily get it. It's readily accessible. Just like if you go to the ATM and get money out, you can sell your stock and get that money right back out. It's the same thing. Another thing would be is a bond, which of course you purchase a bond. Bonds are a little bit higher. Some bonds start out at 5, maybe 10K or whatever like that. So if it's a situation in which you don't feel like you're going to need that money right away, then that would be a good option. A CD, same thing. The basis of this video is to just say that don't just have your money sitting there doing nothing, regardless of what your career pattern is. As far as like I say, I'm a truck driver, so I understand that there are things that I want to obtain. There's goals that I want to have. And so if I'm just looking at it from a perspective about, well, I make 70 or maybe 80, 50, 60K a year, and if I just sit there thinking that just me making a paycheck on a weekly basis is going to help me acquire my goals without actually utilizing and making my money work for me while I'm asleep or, in between paychecks, I mean, it's always working. Leave you guys with a few other tidbits. There's two apps that I have. One is called Stash, the other is called Acorns. And what they are is that they're, again, I'm not endorsed by any one of these. I'm not getting any sponsorship from either one of these. I'm just trying to convey some information to you guys. The interesting thing about Acorns is it allows you to put in the information to a debit card or a credit card. And so if you swipe it, let's just say the total of what you had was $5.70. What it will do is it'll round it up to the nearest dollar. So it'll take that 30 cents and put it in investments for you. So that way you can buy partial shares of stock. And so, you keep doing that because that's, like I say, a lot of guys, spend a lot of money at truck stops. So I mean, if you're a heavy spender, I mean that would be good for you because you're getting something out of your money. You're getting some, value outside of maybe the hamburger or Fillmore or whatever it is. I mean, it's ideally the same thing as a rewards card. The only difference is that share of stock has the ability to actually grow into something larger, but whatever is on your rewards card is just going to be a set fixed amount. Stash is another thing. It's ideally the same thing, but it allows for you to set up an amount of money that you want to come out of your savings account, checking account, or whatever it is, from a weekly basis, monthly basis, bi-weekly, you name it. And so, again, this video is just, hammering down the fact that it's imperative that you think about inflation. I know a lot of people who are my age, and younger. I have parents that tell me all the time, they could, buy a drink, a 20-ounce drink at maybe 20 or 30 cents. 20-ounce drink now is, depending on the brand, but we'll just say $1.79. And I remember when a 20-ounce drink was 99 cents. So, and that's in my lifetime, and so it's $1.79. So, I mean, you don't really think about it until you actually look at it and actually think about things, if you can remember back in the past. So that should give you the initiative right there to just say, okay, well, what is it that I can do? And so again, like I say, you don't have to take my advice. That's just what I do. But I hope that you take this information that I'm giving to you and apply it, because again, like I said, it's all about trying to stay in front of inflation, because once you get behind inflation, it's hard to try to catch back up, and then it's just a snowball effect, because then you have to work harder because the price of goods and services are going up, and so your paycheck starts to get thinner and thinner. The same things that you could purchase 5 years ago for maybe $100, I mean, you can't purchase those same things again. And you may not be thinking about inflation because, you may not think about it. But, I mean, that's what's occurring. And so once inflation hits, I mean, prices of goods, services, human workers go up. And so you just have to end up paying more for items that you pay for at a lesser price. So like I said, those are just a few tips, minor tips that you can do to kind of help you. It's probably someone that could probably give you a more advanced assessment of what I'm saying, but I'm just speaking from a basic level, because there's a lot of individuals that don't understand the basics. So, those are the ones I'm looking to help, and maybe even some people that are advanced to a certain extent that may have never thought about it like that. So again, Flatbed Shad signing out. Oh, hit the like button, subscribe to my videos. Shout out to 44 Golden Child, the right brother, Chasing Andrew Jackson, and my parents. I love y'all. I'm out.